things we have to start with. We just issued a release that notes that the government of Jamaica has issued an all clear following the passage of Hurricane Melissa. So we've issued an all clear. That comes after guidance from the Met Service. You heard they're no longer going to be doing any updates, and also in consultation with ODPEM. As a matter, what that means is when we give an all clear, it means that our utility companies should now commence restoration and recovery operations across the island. So crews from the JPS, NWC, NWA, our Works Agents, our Water Commission, and also our telecommunications companies and other critical service entities have now and will be advised to mobilize immediately to restore electricity, water, and communication networks. We're also asking and encouraging entities like our supermarkets, our wholesales, our gas stations, and pharmacies, particularly in those areas that have been less affected. We are asking you to open and allow communities to have access to these essential goods and services. And as always, we continue to ask and remind Jamaicans to exercise caution on the roads, especially where there are downed power lines, debris, or flooding. And so please still be careful, even though we've given the all clear. The all clear is for our utility providers and other important essential providers to do the necessary work to restore service. Some other updates I have. In terms of electricity, 77% of the country is without electricity. There is work that's going to be done to bring that up as quickly as we can, but that is a large number. The least affected areas of Jamaica have been St. Thomas, St. Catherine, and sections of Kingston and St. Andrew. Obviously, we know the most affected areas have been on the western side of the island. In terms of water, there were just a limited number of systems down last night, a little bit over 70, but we have about 700 water systems that were down. Overnight, some of them may have lost power, so we do expect that number to go up, but for the most part, our water systems held up quite well. Turbidity is a concern, and so that may also throughout the day affect water supplies. In terms of our telecoms providers, they are getting assistance from Starlink to use satellite technology to assist many of our individuals and our companies to get back online. I know so many people have said they cannot reach their families in Western Jamaica. That's because of damage to the telecoms infrastructure. As you would imagine, a Category 5 hurricane is catastrophic, and so it would have left significant damage, and so that's why we're not getting communication. I finally got some communication just now from some individuals in Montego Bay, so slowly we're getting some of our systems back up, and you should be able to reach your families, we're hoping, very soon. The other question we're being asked about is the airports. We are working to have Norman Manley up by tomorrow to facilitate relief flights. That's dependent on the assessment that's done today. As we speak, Minister Vaz, or Minister of Energy, Telecoms and Transportation, he is up in one of the choppers. He is assessing the damage at that airport. He's also looking at the Ian Fleming Airport to see if that is an alternative. We will not be able to give any information on Sangster International Airport in Montego Bay at this time. When we have that information, I will provide that to you. In terms of our roads, the National Works Agency has been given the all clear. They're already out there clearing major thoroughfares as best as possible. Obviously, in Western Jamaica, it may take more. We also know that in the center of the country, in Clarendon and in Manchester, there was a lot of damage, a lot of flooding too. And so they're out there assessing and doing and clearing the roads as quickly as they can. In terms of overall damage assessments. I think that's what everybody wants to know. What's the damage? It is really too early for us to say definitively what's the damage. We know it is Western Jamaica that had the brunt of the impact. We will have to give you that in the coming days. But right now, later today, the Prime Minister, Dr. the Most Honorable Andrew Holness, will be surveying the country. He will be going to St. Elizabeth, I think flying to St. Elizabeth, Manchester, Westmoreland, and also St. James as conditions allow. As I said before, Minister Vaz is with JPS and is looking at the electricity network and also at the airports to be able to give an assessment there. The Jamaica Defense Force or military is also out doing their assessments. We'll get more information soon. And Minister Tufton, or Minister of Health and Wellness, is also going out via helicopter to look at the damage to the hospitals, because that's also a key priority. So as soon as they have come back, we will be able to give you information and better guidance in relation to the damage. In terms of schools, we've been asked that quite a bit. We are still getting the assessments from the schools. We know there is significant damage in Western Jamaica. We will get those details as soon as we can. Individuals are also asking about the catastrophe bond that Jamaica has. We expect it to be triggered. I can't tell you that it has been triggered. We expect it to be, because of the level of rainfall and also the wind speed and the barometric pressure of that hurricane when it hit Jamaica. So there are many reasons that it would be triggered. And so we expect that it will be triggered. And once it is and we have confirmation, we will tell you that. In terms of the opening of government offices, we have asked the permanent secretaries in all of the ministries to do their assessments so that a decision can be taken. Our goal is to have our ministries open to be able to essentially services as quickly as possible, especially in Kingston and St. Andrew, where we've had minimal damage, and also in St. Catherine. And so the permanent secretaries are doing that. I'm seeing some of the assessments come in already, and so we thank our permanent secretaries for that. And so as soon as we can, we will start opening up our ministries for the essential services. Not everyone, and we haven't given an all clear for all ministries to open, but some people are very essential, and there are some operations that are central to the country getting back up on its feet. Our goal is to bring back up Kingston. Kingston has 1 million citizens, and so it is important that we get Kingston back up. It was not badly damaged, and we are grateful to God for that. And where there has not been much damage, we will bring those areas back. It's the same thing with electricity. The JPS has said that they will start restoring those areas that had minimal damage. So in Kingston, St. Catherine, St. Thomas, we'll start to see electricity being restored more quickly, and then they will move the damaged areas. Those are the key updates I have for you. Just noting that based on Mr. Thompson's diagram and the trajectory of Hurricane Melissa, yes, it has moved past Jamaica, but it is going to affect some of our regional brothers and sisters, and we pray for them like they were praying for us. And so we pray for Cuba, we pray for the Bahamas, and we pray for Bermuda, as they are going to be seeing the effects of this hurricane that has so devastated parts of Jamaica. And so those are my quick updates.